The Knicks win yet another playoff game led by Jalen Brunson. They go up 2-0 on the Indiana Pacers. And Jalen Brunson does it again. He has a really good game, 29 points, obvious leader of that team. And I think it's safe to say at this point, he's the number one in the NBA, which is crazy. If you just look at 2 years ago where he sat, where people thought he was, he wasn't valued that high. He just wasn't valued that high at the time. Knicks were really in on getting him. I at the time, I thought they got a guy that probably will be a bottom number 2 in the league on their team. On a championship team, I would assume Brunson would have to be a number 3. And no, he's a number 1. Like the Knicks are the Knicks, if they don't find a way to get out of the East this year, which we'll talk about in a second, but the Knicks are probably one semi-decent star away from championship aspirations, which is crazy. And Jalen Brunson, the games he's had, it's been ridiculous. You're talking about 40 points a game, 4 games in a row, and then 29. He's putting up unbelievable numbers that I didn't think he was possible of. The guy can play. The guy's scrappy. The guy fits New York. He's worked out for him. He's worked out for them in every aspect. He's playing out of his mind right now. And like I gotta say, I think that a lot of people initially didn't see this within Jalen Brunson. I think even before this postseason, there's been people that have kind of been like, oh, he's not that good. He's really showing it now. Not only is he playing this good, he's making other people around him better. Like Josh Hart, the journeyman guy that goes from team to team, he's looked pretty darn good. Obviously, you have OG, but what was he on the Raptors without, in those last couple of years? Not very good. He's been pretty good boost for the Knicks. You got other big men like Hartenstein. You got guys like that are just playing a lot better. And it all leads to Jalen Brunson in my eyes. And he's just playing unbelievable basketball. His shot, his mid-range game, the way that he's been able to play has been unreal. And the only question is, can they win the title this year? And, I mean, if you look at their matchup with the Boston Celtics, it's not, because Cleveland's probably going to be done here soon. If you look at their matchup with the Boston Celtics, the Knicks might be a more physical team. That's something that has to be factored. Like if Brunson can drop like 35 to 40 4 times in that series, maybe 5, maybe they lose one of them. But if you can have those 40-point games and they can be scrappy, it's a Tom Thibodeau team. I don't think it's impossible for the Knicks to get to the finals. I don't think it is. Jalen Brunson keeps, and I know right now they're playing kind of a weak Indiana team that beat they did beat a Bucks team without Giannis Antetokounmpo, which means they pretty much played scrubs. Damian Lillard was kind of washed in that series. But I think the Knicks, they got a shot. If Jalen Brunson's playing like this, they got a shot. Just with the amount of points he's been putting up, it's really come out of nowhere. But like I said, I think it's time to start admitting with the guy. He's probably a true number 1 in the NBA at this point. And this is a New York Knicks basketball team that hasn't been good in so long. They haven't been good in so long, really, honestly, since the 90s. They had that one Melo team in 2013 that was pretty decent, but they ended up losing to the Pacers in the second round of the 2013 playoffs. When they get to the conference finals, which they will, it's going to be really impressive, and it's all going to be thanks to Jalen Brunson. You would think when Julius Randle went out with that injury that their season was toast. Like, I thought the Sixers were probably going to beat them because of that reason. And no, Jalen Brunson just rose to the occasion and playing unbelievable basketball. And I'm excited to see the series that I think we're going to get, the Boston Celtics versus the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. This could be must-watch. It's going to be must-watch. New York versus Boston, Brunson versus Tatum. Let's see it, man. Let's see it.